I have a serious problem. You might think that my problem is my fabric haul problem, but I like to believe that it's more of a lack of sewing time problem. Welcome back. My name is Lucia, and this is Have Fun Creating. For this video, I am going to share with you my fabric haul for summer. I've put away all my autumn winter fabrics, so this lot is just summer fabrics, and I would like to share with you the way I'm trying to minimize my fabric haul for May and June, and just concentrate on sewing and basically destashing, trying to use as much of this fabric as possible. I had a bit of a moment a few days ago when I realized how many weeks I had left to a holiday that I have in Italy and another holiday later on that I'm going to Scotland, and what projects or what clothes I want to wear for those holidays. And summer is coming up and I only have so much sewing time. So I gathered all of the fabrics, my summer fabrics, that I should be using rather than buying anything else. And as a way of trying to get my head around it, I've piled it up all in front of me, and I'm going to keep it on my table until I manage to minimize my haul. And this video is a way of showing you what I have and what I should be doing, what I will do, and as well to have some accountability. So do help me out. I've got several patterns in my mind, and I will try and mention them as we go along. So let's start by talking about swimwear. I want to make myself a swimming costume, maybe two. And to start with, I have this amazing print that I found for swimwear. Very, very recently, there is this lady who released like a bra, sports bra, which I will picture here. And I thought, finally, there's a top, like a bra top that I could use for swimwear as well, and it looks like she's got different cup sizes. So I have purchased her pattern and I am going to do that with this fabric, but I'm going to use this red one which I bought last year as a 12. It could be a working 12 because if it goes well I will still wear it with this, and I have a lot of this fabric so I could make more than one. So that's that project. And for the bottoms, I actually want to make myself some really nice shorts, some swimming shorts. Not quite sure how I'm going to do those. I don't know. It's very hard to find the right type of shorts for swimwear. I have tried searching. I mean, if you've got any ideas, do put them in the comments below. I don't want to wear a bikini bottom. I just don't want to. I am too old to care. I just want swimming shorts, something comfortable that I can go to the swimming pool or by the swimming pool with my book and just relax. So that's one project that I'm definitely going to do for summer. Other fabrics that I have, all of this haul here, all of those are all knitwear. They're all jersey fabrics. Yes, I do have a slight problem. Well, these three, I'm actually going to do some, I have a grandson and for these three, I'm going to make him some t-shirts because I want to. And they're all nice and soft, and it will be lovely to do some t-shirts for my grandson. I have found a really nice free pattern online, which you can see here, and it comes with the shorts, so I think I've got other fabric for the shorts, but we'll see. The t-shirt is definitely the ones I'm going to do quite a few of. If you saw my previous video about my April projects, that I did the Bloomer tank top by Paradise Patterns, which you can see here. And I did it with blue ribbon fabric, which I did purchase by mistake. And I bought all of these by mistake because in my ignorant past self, I didn't realize that this is ribbon fabric and you use it mainly for cuffs and necklines. I should have known better, I know, but never mind, you live and learn. However, one nice thing that's come out of this is that's perfect for that tank top. I really like the thickness of it, and it's great. I love it because I practice yoga. I'm doing my teacher certification to teach yoga, and this is just perfect fabric to wear. I like the thickness of it and everything. Last year also I did a dress for my daughter with I can't quite remember the pattern, but I will place it here, which is by Atelier Scamet. I have made her t-shirts, I have made her dresses, I've made different versions of them. I do really like that fabric pattern. It's got the perfect V shape for me, and my daughter wants me to make her another dress of the same pattern. So bought this wonderful green jersey, and that's for her, and with whatever I got left, I'm going to make my grandson a t-shirt to match. So mummy and grand and child will have matching clothes. I also have this black jersey, which I have rather a lot of this black jersey, but it's because I want to make myself another of the Bloomer tank tops, and I'm going to make myself the Brize or Briz sewing pattern by Closet Core, which is the one that all gathers to the left, which I think in black is going to look great. It will look elegant, and it's something that I can wear in the evenings on holiday. So that's that one. And then I do have some white, quite a lot of white jersey. I'm not quite sure whether I'll get around to using this. I do want to make a white tank top, so I'll use some of that fabric to do that. This one is slightly thinner. When I purchased it, I didn't realize how thin this fabric was going to be. So I'm still debating whether I just make a nice loose t-shirt with that wonderful Closet Core pattern, which I absolutely love, because I'm planning to do a hack between the Atelier Scamet pattern that I really like the V shape of, and the Closet Core t-shirt. Because I like the bust shape and the length of it, and but I want the V-neck of the other one. So I'm planning to do a hack of putting them both together and making a t-shirt. And I think this, because it's nice and thin, would be wonderful to wear in the very hot climate of Italy. So that's the plan. And then I will make a red version with this red knitwear that I purchased. So those are the jersey fabrics. Now we're moving on for what I'm classifying as fabrics for tops, shirts, blouses, all the tops. So to start with, I am not quite sure as to which blouse patterns to use. I have quite a lot of them in my wish list. I have already purchased some others, and I want to try to do new blouse patterns rather than do the ones that I've already done, mainly because I want to try button plackets with different style of collars and ruffles and big bouncy sleeves, and just trying to do all those different things, and as many features as possible. So I have the fabric, I just need to find the patterns, and this one is brilliant. I love the fact that it's sort of got a magical feel to it. And I have to say that when I saw this, for me, the one pattern I have in mind is the Carnation Blouse by Fabric Godmother. And I don't know, I just think it would look great with this fabric. This one is an embroidered green fabric. And I think for this one, I would prefer to do more like a sleeveless option. Yet to think about it. And then there's this double gauze in pink, and I have to say the fabric, the blouse that I'm wearing at the moment is a double gauze, and it's the Fay blouse. I'll put it here so you can see what it is. I'm sure it's called the Fay blouse, but I forget who's the designer. And I think I'm going to do this same blouse but in this pink, because this is super comfy. I love wearing this at home, and again, makes me practice the button plackets and the buttons, and it's love it. This fabric is I made a blouse before. I made the Finch blouse with this fabric, and obviously, as you can see, I've got quite a lot left, so I want to make a different top. Not quite sure what yet, but it's there. And then I've got these two lovely ginghams, and for this I really fancy doing that sort of mishmash of using both of them, yeah, because they're almost well, they're gingham. The squares might be slightly different, but I think with a play on the two colours, I think that would look really good. Not quite sure yet, no, but Matchy Matchy seems to come to my mind because they tend to play with that placement of different fabrics on their tops and trousers actually. But this is not really trousers fabric. These are for tops. And there's this particular lovely soft light blue linen. There is this fantastic blouse that I've been wanting to do for ages called the Garden Blouse, and it has pin tucks, lots and lots of pin tucks on the front and back bodice, and this is the fabric I'm going to do it with. I think it would look fantastic with this, so that's what it's saved for. And that are the tops fabric haul. Moving on to my next haul of fabrics. These are what I would call, they are for dresses, because the quantity that I have of each is enough that I can do dresses. These are the ones that might happen, might not happen. Well, everything might happen, might not happen, but here we are. First, I bought this last year, this viscose. I don't know, I just love the colours. I thought the colours looked fantastic, and I think it would really be wonderful with a really nice flowy dress. Do not have a particular pattern that I can use with this. That's why I'm almost wondering whether this is going to be left in the next year parcel again. But it's lovely. I love it. And then I found this one. There was a pattern that was released called Reevie blouse and dress, and I really fancy doing it with this striped fabric. It might not be suitable because this is quite drapey, but it might be. I might just use it. I think if I the blouse has the dress part, as you can see from the picture here. I might change the bottom part to be more long and flowy. But this is the fabric I want to use for that particular pattern. and I think it's just a bit of fun. I just like how unusual the pattern is, and it plays with the stripes and the yoke at the back. It's just different, and I like trying something new. This other fabric, which I absolutely love. I'm a big fan of Greek mythology, and when Gani released this exclusive fabric, I did purchase two. I've used one already to make a blouse and a skirt, and my plan is to do something else with this. This is, I've got enough quantity to make a fantastic dress. Again, I need to make sure I find the right pattern for it, but I want it to be flowing, and I want to be able to play with the squares, and this has definitely happened this year because I absolutely love this, and it's been in my list to do. So these two fabrics that I'm going to show you now, I'm pretty sure it's Madwick Studio that designed this pattern. I actually bought this fabric from this Korean company. It was a bit of a gamble. I've never bought fabric from that far before, and I was pleasantly surprised on how fast it was. I was mainly after their linen because their linen looked unusual enough, which in fact I'll show you now. Their linen fabric looked unusual enough that I really wanted it. As you can see, these two linens, and because I wanted to made it worthwhile coming all the way from Korea, I decided to buy these two, which very, very drapey and flowy. I'm not. They lend themselves to be wonderful dresses, and not quite sure what patterns to use with those, but they certainly will be on my stack. Now this linen, this amazing linen fabric, I have plans to use some of the sewing therapy sewing patterns. I really love her rectangle top. That particular pattern, rectangle top, I have made two versions of that already, and I am planning to make another version purely because it uses so little fabric that whatever remnants I have left, if I bought too much fabric to make one pattern and I have fabric left, I always go to the rectangle top and just whip something up with that. Amazing. I love it. And I've made her hanbok skirt as well. You need a lot of fabric for that one, which I love. And I am planning to make her dress number 2 is called, and I really would like to make that pattern. And these two lend themselves to be perfect for her dresses, basically. Moving on to other fabric, I also have this one by Gertrude Gani. It's another of her exclusive fabrics. Is inspired by the Bauhaus, which is a design house, I suppose, design concept of quite a long time ago. But I absolutely I love it because of the inspiration. I'm not quite sure whether I'll get to use it this time round, so it was one of those that might move to a next year pile. Another fabric that I bought recently, this is from Fabric Godmother, and it's this. As you can see, it's very, very busy, black and white. It's quite shiny and thicker than I thought it was going to be. So I have debated whether to do a dress, but I want a very plain dress. And there's a Vicky Sews pattern that I've seen, which I will picture here, that might be really suitable for this particular fabric. However, I'm having second thoughts, and I am debating whether some straight or wide leg trousers would be perfect for this fabric, because I can wear it with the black tank top or a black t-shirt, and I think that is what I'm going to do. I don't know of any sewing patterns I don't have any sort of tailored or that sort of straight leg sewing pattern. So welcome any ideas or anything that you found. Never done it before for a tailored type of trousers, so that will be interesting. But then that's a good segue to the trousers that I'm planning to do. And I'm planning to do trousers because other than my pair of joggers that I did from Fibre Mood, I've never really done any other pair of trousers. So I bought the famous Chanterelle pants sewing patterns, which are really popular, and I can see why. I've read the instructions now, and I have printed all the sewing patterns, all the patterns, and I can see it's really easy and straightforward. It's an elasticated waist, and they've got a very nice, very good fitting guide as well. So I'm actually going to do 3, not 1, not 2. I'm going to do 3 of those trousers because I have the fabric. So view A is going to be with this linen, and it is view A because it's striped. So I thought actually the wide leg view A would be perfect with that. And then I want to do view B, but I don't want an elasticated front. And so I bought the extension pack that they have that is a zip version front, and I am going to do this one and this one on that version, and I'm treating those as wear at home trousers. Actually, I'll wear them out anyway. So, and after doing those, then I'll make the tailored trousers with the other fabric. So I already have those in mind, one after the other. Again, I just need the time. And those are the trousers that I'm planning. I also want to have a nice flowy skirt. I love the handbag skirt, but I don't particularly want to do another one, at least not yet. And I've seen this new sewing pattern that's just been released. Yes, so it has just been released, and it's the Devon skirt by Just Patterns. And it looks great. It looks really nice and flowy, and I just love it. It's elasticated waist. I have to say, when I've looked at the skirt, I thought, well, how do I make it less elasticated waist? But maybe it would be all right. And I'm going to make it in red, in this lovely red linen that I have. And that, I think this will really lend it for that skirt, because I'm going to do a white tank top and other white tops, and that is perfect for that. And then I can wear with a black t-shirt or black tank top, and that would be perfect for that. I do have these other 2 linen fabrics which I bought last year, but these might have to move to a next year project, because as you can tell, there's an awful lot of fabric, there's an awful lot of projects I want to do, and not that many weeks left to the first holiday. And you would have thought that that was the last of my fabric haul. It isn't. I also have all of these white fabric. Yeah, it's all white. And I have to confess right now that I bought wonderful double gauze fabric from Sew Me Sunshine that is coming. It hasn't arrived yet, and it has lemons. It's got lemons printed all over them, and I've already decided that that is going to be the sewing therapy dress number 2 with that fabric, and it's coming, and I'm definitely doing that one this year because I want to have a lemon dress. This fabric I have some of this white fabric here has actually been gifted to me, so technically I didn't buy it, but this one is lovely. It's white with like copper lines going through it, and when I saw this fabric I thought it's perfect for a shirt for my husband, and I want to make him a nice white shirt for him. I have made him a shirt last year, so I'll probably use exactly the same pattern. I'll make him another summer shirt with that fabric. And my mum gave me this amazing, lovely embroidered fabric. And I have to say, I have seen some Suzanne blouses that play a lot with the embroidery and the white and frills and ruffles, and I want to use this fabric for that. I have more than that. I've got a very different type of embroidery, so I might use, as you can see there. So between those two, I think I'm going to do a play on that as a vest and as a blouse. Again, inspired by the Suzanne blouses. I have a lot of white linen, which of these three as white linen. I don't know what I'm going to do with those. I have to say that some of them might just be plainer blouse, flowy blouses that I can wear in the evenings that will go with the trousers and the skirts that I'm planning to do. I have this other one, which is sort of see-through, but it has some shapes in it. Don't know what they call this type of fabric. Earlier this year, I bought a fabric haul from this house clearance company. They clearly did a business clearance, and they had rolls and rolls of fabric, not complete rolls, part rolls, and mostly were for furniture. So, but it was a bargain. It was 100 part rolls for 100 quid, and I know you're gasping. Exactly, it was just too cheap to say no. So I bought a lot of it, and I did gifted 20 rolls, I think, to my local for the college I was working at the time, because I knew I didn't like the fabric, and it was best used by the college students to work in the fashion course that they're doing. But I kept quite a lot of it. I have a lot of linens, even some silks, lots of linings, and I've kept those. So I kept lots and lots of those rolls. And this is one of those that actually I want to do as a cover-up to cover when I'm wearing my swimming costume in Italy, and it will just be great. I haven't found a sewing pattern for it yet. I have sort of an idea of what I want. I want it to be quite long, and I want it to be long sleeved, no buttons, just something that I will put on loosely, and I might enter it to the May challenge of that this blogger has, which I will put links or a picture here, and I'll put links below. I think I'm going to enter that when I do it, to that sewing challenge. And then this fantastic double gauze again, which I bought this last year because I was going to make a very layered dress, but don't know, this might move to next year, or I will make some nice t-shirts with this one, or blouses. But all in all, that's it. It's all the fabric I've managed to collect and accumulate over the last year, and I need to use some of it. And I have found now that the best way, because you get overwhelmed by the amount of fabric and all the projects that I want to do at the same time. So what I'm going to do on my table here in front of me, I'm going to put them in piles so I can see them all the time. And I think I need to do that just so the projects get done, and systematically going to do them one by one and use the fabric that I have, and yeah. Do you all have a fabric haul that is as big as mine? Now be honest, do you? I'm being very honest. This is all my summer fabrics, just summer fabrics. I haven't included the winter and autumn fabrics that are all stashed away over there. And not just that, I've got the furniture fabric, which is to my left hand side here in rolls. And I also have boxes of thrifted, what you call thrifted, but you know, shirts that my husband doesn't want to wear anymore, jeans that don't fit me anymore, and I'm accumulating them slowly because I have ideas to reuse that fabric to make different things. And my plan is to put them in piles of what I've allocated them as dresses, tops, trousers, and to put them in front of me, and slowly over the next May and June, part into July, start using them and see the piles going down, which will be quite therapeutic and a much needed kick for me to push me forward and use and not purchase anything else. Move away from the computer, delete all the emails that I don't subscribe from all the fabric shops that keep tempting me, and get on with doing some of these sewing projects, which shall be fun. I'm going to enjoy it. It's wonderful to have all these sewing patterns and the fabric, and to be able to play and do these sewing projects and see those creations come to life. Just the having fun creating, which is what this channel is for. If you have any ideas, any sewing patterns that you have tried and you think that will really go well with this fabric, or you have any better ideas on how you can de-stash your fabric haul better than I can, let me know. But until next time, have fun creating.